Hi everybody, this is live from Ignite. It is day 2, so we've had the keynotes, we've had some of the team sessions, there's some more team sessions coming. I've got Ilya and Irena, and we're going to talk about some of the things that were covered in the sessions, also just some thoughts about what's going on in teams. Ilya, everybody watching this is probably going to know who you are, but you've had an expanded role more recently, so maybe you could give a quick intro.
Sure, thanks Tom. My name is Ilya Buchstein. I'm the Corporate Vice President for Microsoft Teams, calling, devices, and premium experiences. So that's everything having to do with using Teams as a cloud phone system, everything having to do with our devices work, like Teams Rooms and certification, and then our premium experiences, including events, immersive experience, and Teams Premium.
Awesome. And Irene?
Well, hi everyone, and thank you, Tom. I am Irena Andonova. I lead the Teams devices product team that includes Teams Rooms, panels, phones, as well as Teams device management.
Awesome, thanks. So, Ilya, maybe I can start with you. The Teams kind of breakout session yesterday. Yeah. It's that secure, simple, smart messaging. So I really like to kind of frame what's going on with the product. Maybe you could take us through some of the highlights of those sessions or those sections of the session.
Sure. What I like is that we're consistent. And the reason we can be so consistent is because those areas are durable in terms of what customers ask us for. Whether it was through the rise of the cloud, I just read today, Cloud 1.0, new term, or remote work, or now, the needs remain pretty similar, which is Teams has to be a rock solid, highly reliable, and secure platform. We have to help our customers use Teams, and that means making it more performant, but also simpler. As we add capabilities, we still have to simplify the overall experience. And of course, we have to integrate the best of the AI capabilities that are coming so rapidly so Teams become smarter and smarter. So secure, simple, smart.
And I like that order. I mean, like obviously AI is a big conversation and a really exciting conversation at the moment, but it's nice to know so much effort goes into the fundamentals, and Teams is such a big product, 320 million MAU, give or take, probably a little bit more now.
More now.
Yeah. If you want to give us a new number.
Nope.
You're so well trained now. It's it is an attack surface that people are going after, and I've seen Microsoft respond to that really well with things like the extra protection around federation, the secure links, like that. That's a really important story to enterprise.
Yeah, the majority of our investment is in fundamentals, and I don't see that changing. So the majority of folks, hours, however you want to put it, working on Teams goes into making it secure, reliable, making sure it's fundamentally a great platform. And as you said, it's a rapidly changing threat landscape. What we've seen is if there's something users use, someone, and unfortunately more and more it's some entity that could be state actors, will figure out a way to try to use that surface to gain access in some way, to do something malicious. So not only are we focused on inherent internal security and how we build Teams, but also adding capabilities that help users be secure by giving them warnings and transparency. So for example, yesterday we showed that we're adding URL and file protection. That's now fully live.
And that's all clients, all users as well, isn't it?
Correct.
It's not a premium feature, which is really nice to see.
Correct. Everything around fundamentals, you may catch me here, but as far as I can remember, everything we talked about for fundamentals goes everywhere in Teams. So URL and file protection, safe links, if you will, domain impersonation detection. So we can give you a warning if you're getting, Ilya from Ilya Co., but we think it might be someone else. Features like being able to very quickly report a user and a message that you see as potentially malicious, very clearly indicating right next to the username when someone's external. Those are all capabilities that help users be smarter not just sort of inherently in Teams making a secure platform.
Awesome. And on the kind of simpler threading was talked about again, that's really interesting to me because I feel like there's a hardcore set of Teams users out there that are used to the traditional format of channel messaging, and then we've kind of got a new approach. So it's interesting to see where people land on that. I quite like the threading, but it's even for me, I found it hard to adapt to a change in behavior there.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing I really appreciate about the team that works on that is that they do keep in mind that different people work different ways. So it's simple by design, powerful on demand. You can configure how you want to see it. One of the things I was just personally really excited about that I mentioned is the new multi-tenant activity feed.
Yeah.
And so the ability to have just one activity feed and see if we don't share a tenant. You haven't invited me yet, but you know,
One day.
if you tag me in another tenant, I should be able to just see it right there.
That's huge for me. Like as a MVP and consultant, I'm in lots of customer tenants, and the fast switching was a good step forward. But being able to see everything that's going on in one space is really exciting.
And then pin a tenant also to your left rail. That was pretty cool also. And I do want to say that this is a continual investment. You will see us continue to take efforts to simplify the meeting experience, the controls in meetings. I think what we talked about yesterday, there was so much work that's been done in the chat and channels experience. Also, how you can use Copilot in chats and channels, but just making that simpler. You're going to see us continue to do more and push on that in meetings as well.
Awesome. Well, the AI kind of brings us into the smart conversation, and it's exciting. I feel like there's a few different ways we're looking at AI in Teams, and there's the new channel agents, which is really interesting. There's bringing the kind of Copilot into chat almost like as a person. But for me, the kind of the bigger story is this, what Microsoft have now kind of framed as Work IQ, like the idea that Copilot can get to all this information across Microsoft 365, and particularly your chat, your channels, your meeting kind of transcripts. That's super powerful for me that we can bring that data into workflows and into content.
Yeah, I think the way I think about the value of anything that's AI powered, it's directly related to what it knows about what I have done and what I'm trying to do. And whether that's personal, if I'm using Copilot as a personal assistant, or as a teammate and it's trying to help us complete a project, have a great meeting. Of course, these models started with knowing the internet. And it's amazingly powerful if you're, like I was, shopping for a gaming laptop for my son. Great. When you're at work, the internet is at best some portion of the story. It's actually
hopefully not too much in a lot of cases.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's a resource to look up broad information, but it's a lot less relevant than what we talked about at the last meeting and what we talked about in chat and channels and what we have stored on SharePoint. So I do think for our customers, Teams and SharePoint, OneDrive for Business SharePoint, are this bedrock foundation that actually make AI useful for work, for getting stuff done.
Yeah, and in a much frictionless way than I will grab these documents and first I have to find them, then I have to put them in the right place, then the AI can do its thing. That's not the reality of how we work. Like some of it was in a call, some of it was in a meeting, some of it was in chat, some of it was in the channel. The fact the AI can bring that together for you.
Yeah, what are you going to do with all of the richness of a meeting chat and trying to turn that into something that's an attachment? Like, that's actually more work. Yeah. That's not the point of what you're trying to do. Irena and I were just in a meeting right before recording this where a ton of great points were made in chat. It was actually about how we simplify audio and video enrollment. And we were having active debates on what would users prefer? How do we measure that? And then to think that that would be all gone if I were to ask another product that's not grounded, to help me understand what was discussed, that, like I said, that seems like it's taking us backwards. So to bring it back to your point, I am super excited about, grateful for the fact that we now have both personal assistants and group productivity, and really, like I said, a teammate that does have all the same knowledge that you would expect a teammate to have.
Awesome. I want to get into the kind of AI on the admin side and
Yes.
Irena on the devices as well. So, like,
let's see who starts.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Well, I guess it'd be good to kind of start on. There's a lot of AI conversation. Like facilitator is really exciting for me. Facilitator in the room as well, which I want to talk about. But AI on the kind of admin side, there's a
Yes.
lot of work being done there across TAC and ProPortal.
Yeah, I first of all just want to acknowledge that we maybe even need to talk about this more, because many of us live sort of both lives. We're productivity workers and we do administrative tasks. And I think it's easier for sort of most people to understand how I use Copilot as an information worker or facilitator. But it's in many ways even more important from a time-saving and productivity perspective to have those capabilities as an admin, because a lot of what we do as admins is sort of taking a workflow and repeating it. Let me look at the health of all of my rooms. Let me look at my team's deployment and try to understand what policies have been applied and if any need changed.
Well, and the surface of the product is so big now. It does
yes.
so much. Of course, like events was another big area for the conference.
Yes.
Like there's new policies, there's new capabilities. Like I work with some customers that have FTEs on meetings, FTEs on like different parts of the product. They're hundreds of thousands of users, but for your typical organization, they can't have a person dedicated. So the fact the AI can start to make sense of some of those capabilities is
good. I was saying one of the customers I met with here said, we've got 1.5 people on managing teams and I'm one of them. And I was like, I don't know the half, but you know, it really emphasized the need for multiplying that person's time with agents. And that is one of the things we talked about yesterday, is that we now do have a Teams admin agent that can take tasks that are repetitive but super important, like analyze the policies applied to all of my users and tell me if anyone is out of compliance with just natural language. This is what I'm trying to do.
That's gold, because doing that before was
super hard.
Yes. Like a weird PowerShell script or eyeballing it.
Yes. Yeah. So we're going to do more and more of that. I think the opportunity to have agents work on your behalf is just as important for admin as it is for users, and in some cases more so.
Awesome. And Irena, on the same thing on the kind of ProPortal and devices side, like there's a big, there's a lot of rooms out there now. Again, no new numbers on this recording, but like it's a big number. And
we said 1 million publicly, and I just keep saying well north of that.
Good. There you go. But like part of that story is making it easier to scale the deployments and manage the deployments.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of Ilya spoke about the 1.5 persons managing. It's very often people have large estates of room that they need to deploy, manage, make sure they're healthy and their users are happy. So how do you do that when you have very small crew of people for a company, which oftentimes could be globally distributed? I mean, we see that at Microsoft. We have very small number of IT people that have to scale globally. So in Pro Management Portal, we have had an AI assistant for some time now, and I really encourage folks to try it, because if you're looking to deploy a room, and you want to figure out how to, let's say, get a one-time passcode to a technician, what do? Like, you're going to go scour the internet? Yes, it's documented. You can go and learn and find it. However, you can just ask within the Pro Management Portal and you get the answer right there.
Yeah, and that's grounding over your corporate data about your environment and your devices, and also the docs. So it's up to date from the docs side, and it knows your particular environment.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, as Ilya was saying, I might want to ask and get the insight on what's going on across my estate. So, hey, I want to see how many rooms with Logitech Tab have been deployed in, let's say, the last 30 days. And I can ask the question in just that way. I don't have to write a query of some kind. I can just ask the question conversationally, and I get my answer there, and I can categorize it and see the report right there in the Pro Management portal. And you can see how we're building insights based on, again, grounded on the data of the customer, and then we can use these insights to offer actions to the admins and help them scale.
Yeah, I was really, we've on the Empowering Cloud site, we've got a recording with the team talking about that and some of the kind of challenges of doing that at scale and the futures. But I'm really excited about the futures of that Microsoft obviously have visibility of what's going on in the wider world of Teams rooms and know where there could be issues and where there could be remedies. And actually the AI is perfectly placed to be able to be looking at logs and activity and events and helping people highlight what to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, that's where people would usually have to humanly go. Logs are a great example. Like, who likes to read a text file with a whole bunch of nonsense
I'll give that to the AI.
Yeah. So, yes.
Awesome. And Irene, what more generally around rooms and devices, kind of from this show and in general, what's top of mind for you? What are you excited about?
Ilya kind of mentioned, just because this morning we're having this conversation about recognition. So we have all gotten used to using AI summaries and recap or action items from the meeting. But what if there was a room involved in the meeting? Then recognizing what happens in the room and actually recognizing the people and properly attributing the people is very, very important, because seeing that speaker one said something, I don't know who was speaker one. How do I know? Do I assign an action item to speaker one? Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah.
So recognizing people and recognizing the environment in the room will become paramount for us. It's a very, very hard problem to actually solve. It involves science challenges on the AI side and some human challenges because people feel uncomfortable enrolling their voice, and we have to, of course, be very grounded and compliant, which is what Microsoft does. So it's a very, very interesting and very hard problem.
Yeah, I think I'm certainly seeing as enterprises get their head around the idea of using Copilot to generate documents and generate content, then they understand the gap, because they're like, oh, all the project meetings are missing a bunch of the important data about the project there.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I don't want to keep you too long, especially because you're about to go out to a session. Yeah.
But wait.
Yeah.
I would be remiss. I want to build on top of what Irene said. Once you have that foundational critical capability of knowing who said what, the thing I am so excited about is using that brain in the room. And it just opens so many capabilities. So we now have in GA what I would call super powerful, but then the most basic capability, which is taking notes. If we had a Teams room here, if we only had a brain, we would have a complete set of notes from this conversation, even though there wasn't an online meeting. But then we can build on that because that brain also has eyes and ears that it can use all the time. So I love the ability that we'll be able to have of counting how many people walk into the room, even outside of meetings, knowing if the room is cluttered or messy, knowing if there's a chair in front of the camera. I always bring that one up. Knowing if someone got up and started whiteboarding. Just being able to jump in and say, hey, you guys were wondering what this acronym meant? Let me tell you, because I have knowledge of the internet and of your organization. So I think that ambient intelligence in every physical space, to your question about where we are, we're just at the beginning of that, but it's moving so quickly, and Irena and I get to experience it internally every day, that having a teammate that can hear you, see you, talk with you in every space you walk into at work, it's pretty amazing.
Awesome. And then on the devices as well, I'm talking to the MDEP team later, and there were 2 more partners announced coming down MDEP. I'm interested, Irena, from your point of view, that because MDEP are a different team, but obviously working closely with you guys.
Shorter list of who hasn't announced.
Well, yeah, it really is.
MDEP is a great partner for us, and what they bring to the table, I mean, we have 2 platforms. We have Windows and we have Android. It has been a bit of a challenge for some time with Android because there are different versions, there could be security concerns, how these devices are managed and so forth. So MDEP, what it does, it first, Ilya spoke about security, paramount. So that's what MDEP will focus and bring to the table. But they also help and reduce the complexity on the Android side and help enable scenarios which have not been possible on Android, like zero-touch provisioning, for example, and remote access. These are scenarios where we will have dependency on the platform, so they can help cater to that. So they make Android more secure, easier to deploy, easier to manage at scale. So that is the benefit that we see, and we partner closely with the MDEP team.
Awesome. And there's been a lot of work. You came on the pod a couple of months ago and you talked about like leveling up some of the Android features. I think on my last monthly update, there were like 10 new MTROA features. It feels like that story is sort of leveling up between MTRW and MTROA.
Yeah, we're, continuing to add and build up the Android platform. A big effort on our side is on the management side, where we are moving all device management to Pro Management Portal and enabling capabilities like updates through the ring system that we currently have, settings, signals, more signals, and so forth. So as well as on the client side, we just releasing Cloud IntelliFrame face recognition. It's about to roll out. It's available on Windows. It's about to roll out on Android. And looking forward to additional features, we expect digital signage and others to bring to the Android platform. So we will definitely continue adding to the Android platform.
Awesome. And do you think that MDEP story will help you in Teams kind of keep that motion of adding features to Android and building that platform?
That is the goal, because
Yes,
that is the goal. And as I mentioned, there are certain features which have a platform dependency, and that makes that easier for us compared to the current situation.
Awesome. Well, Ilya, Irena, thanks so much for joining the conversation. I know you've got to run off to a session in a minute. For people listening in on social, lots of the sessions are going on demand as well. And we've got Ilya coming on the Fireside Chat in December. So yeah, I'm sure it's in your diary. Can just set it up. Think about questions from all this content and the sessions and bring them to the Fireside Chat. Thanks so much.